Good morning everyone. I'm sorry, I cannot go a moment further in this vlog without introducing you to the top that broke my office. Like, this top sent my office into a frenzy and it is so cute. Look at the back. Look at the back. I am literally dubbing this the Lydia top because square neckline, gingham, beautiful, beautiful silhouette, and it's got a bow. And it is perfect for in the garden. This is actually a brown sort of burgundy linen as well. So goes very cute with some of my accessories, I have to say. But I love it so much, but it comes in other colours. So Carrie's ordered it in the red gingham and in the classic white. I've ordered it in the classic white and also the blue gingham and I think the green stripe. And I think Satin has ordered it in the brown gingham and the white. It's like £8. It is so beautiful. It looks so nice with white jeans for a bit more of a casual look. I've popped it with some little white coastal shorts. I got these from Amazon as well. I've got them in denim and I've got them in white. I've turned them up a little bit. I'll link them both down below, but I have some really lovely pieces to show you in this. But I just received some flowers. In fact, I've received a few things and they're all very, very exciting things. So I thought that we could just unbox these little bits together as well. Porter, do you want to go outside? Porty. I think Porter knows that his dad is coming home today and he is being extra badly behaved. Anyway, the sun is shining. It's very, very warm at the moment and I'm loving 2020 spring, summer. I'm not even in summer yet. And look at this weather. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so I have what I intuitively know and can smell is flowers. So I thought that we could open these together and see who has sent them. Oh, wow. Roses. Beautiful butter yellow roses. Oh my gosh. Can I get this out? They smell incredible. Oh my gosh. Come on, you can do it. Wow. Is there a card? Ah, here we go. I can't get in. I love flowers. And it means that I can do a little bit of table arranging with these flowers as well. Lydia, what a pleasure to work with you. You truly are the pinnacle of joy and I can't wait to meet you later in the year. With love, Diogo. Oh my gosh, we worked with the most wonderful human in a recent collaboration and I worked with the wedding shop and I curated a list of things that I would love to receive as a bride nowadays and also talked through the wedding shop. If you don't know what the wedding shop is, it's basically the leading wedding registry website in the UK. And it's not just like gifts and things like that. You can do honeymoon funds, you can do charity. Honestly, if I could go back and do my wedding, I would do like a charity fund for people to donate to, like on my behalf. How wonderful. But you can also go, oh, we want to redecorate our home, because nowadays obviously people are already living together and so their homes probably need a little bit of a zhuzh and things like that. So there's just so many things that you can do. There's also experiences and that kind of thing. But they were so lovely to work with and I mean, I am so touched that I've been sent flowers. These are going to go in the hallway, I think. Rather than split them up, I'm going to do a big bunch of beautiful blooms in the hallway. The second thing that I received is an exciting one. I feel like I'm showing you the biggest sneak peek ever of this one, but as you know, my handbag collection shall be launching this year after talking about it for such a long time. I'm actually shooting the campaign next week, but when you're watching this I would have already shot it. And this has been like to the wire, because as you know there are 3 bags in this collection and they come in a few different colorways. And one of the things that I got asked was, please tell me that there is a tan bag in this collection. And I guess I can confirm or deny it now, and I can let you know that there is going to be a tan bag in this collection. Now, I haven't gone for tan colorways in every bag because this collection is launching in autumn. I really, really wanted to focus on those more seasonal colors. However, as I found out, they're definitely not seasonal because I've been wearing my burgundy one non-stop. However, this one I'm very excited about. So I'm actually not showing you the bag, but I'm giving you a bit of a sneak peek at what's to come, because I wanted to sort of introduce a micro to this collection, and something that felt really, really elevated and elegant and timeless, of course. And it has been, oh my gosh, like this has been such a labor of love, because they've really had to go out on a whim and trust me on this one, because I'm like, I really want to do it this way. I really want this handle. This has been through many samples, and I have chipped away at this to create something that I feel is really elegant, cutesy, but also super, super like refined and high-end and beautiful, but within our price bracket, which I honestly feel like we have hit this out the park. However, this is me getting the handle right so that we can have the sample ready for the shoot next week. And I have been refining this handle to within an inch of its life, because I wanted that very timeless silhouette. Now you're going to have to ignore what I'm showing you, because it's not going to be a piece of leather with a handle. This is the sample for the placement of the handle. Now this little centimetre here is actually what, you won't see it because at the moment this to me is too long, but this will be tucked underneath the bag. So the bag will actually be a little bit more like this, if I can show you. It's so hard to show you with this particular sample, because it's such a beautiful, pebbled, rich leather. You can't really move it that much, but basically this whole bottom bit won't be there, and it will be the perfect ratio. Obviously, I have gone for the contrast stitching, a beautiful micro top handle, and very, very, very pared back in everything. So I'm super excited to just give you an idea of what's to come. Obviously, I can't really show you how, there we go, we give you a little bit of an idea. I need 3 hands, okay? I can't do it with 2 hands. I need 3 hands, and it's not possible. So I'm gonna cut it off at the bottom of the screen. What you will see is that will be the size and shape, but obviously we haven't got any hardware on here just yet. This is a process that you're just gonna have to trust me on. But this is basically what I've been working on today, just finalizing what everything is gonna look like and how it's going to be finished. The leather that we have chosen, this rich, deep tan. Do you know what this reminds me of? Like saddle leather. It is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the contrast stitching elevates it so much. And I promise you, because I know we haven't talked price range yet, and you might be a bit scared because it's me, you are gonna be, every single person that I've gone, this is the price range, they've gone, no. I'm like, yeah, we've worked so hard on this. This is the price range. So there's the first 2 things that I'm going to show you, but then I've also been sent a little something from Irene, and I'm very intrigued. So this is from the Oak and Rope company, and I have a feeling I know what this is, because she asked me if I had one of these in my garden, and we are just about to build one for the chickens, but I've always wanted one, and I desperately want to find a space to have one. And so I'm very, very intrigued, but also completely and utterly spoiled by her, because she's the most giving person, and she honestly just doesn't have to do things like this. Just her eggs are the most wonderful things in the world, and then she goes and gets me gifts like this. This is so beautifully packaged as well, by the way. Look at that. Green ribbon, we love it, absolutely love it. Can we get into this? How do we get into this? I don't want to rip the lid. Oh, there we go. There we go. This sack is so beautiful. I love the sack in itself. A little grain sack. Gosh, this is heavy. Stop it. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Imagine this in this garden long after I'm here. Hold on, you can't see anything. So this is my own solid oak and rope. You can just see it at the bottom there, it's very heavy. Evergreen swing. Now, I don't know if we've got a tree. That was the thing that she asked me. She was like, do you think that you've got a tree to hang it? Oh my gosh, it says my name on the back as well. Wow. It's so beautifully engraved. Wow. What a beautiful company, and the rope is so gorgeous. She asked me whether we had a tree for a swing, and I don't know if we do, but also I've always loved those swings that are just like 3 oak posts, just really simple, that almost look like they're sort of like an oak floating thing. I know what I mean. I'll insert a picture that I would love to put somewhere in the garden, almost like maybe overlooking the farmers' fields. Imagine just sitting on a swing out there, having a glass of wine. Oh my gosh, this is just the loveliest gift. I am so touched. I'm so lucky to have her as a friend. That is just beautiful. Wow. What a day for deliveries. Goodness me, I need to get those flowers and water. Ali will love this because I'm sure he would absolutely love to have a swing in the garden. If he wants a swing for his chickens, he definitely wants a swing in the garden. Gosh, what a lovely start. Oh my goodness, I had to show you this outfit because it is so adorable. Obviously with my clutch or pochette or whatever you want to call it, but this for me is like the cutest. I popped it with some white sandals, but this top is just so sweet and so easy to wear and so perfect for this time of year. Obviously the hat is optional, but I just love how this feels like that really, what's the word, like earthy elegance. Like it just doesn't feel overdone, but yet still super considered. I love this top so much. I'm going to link all of the different colorways that I personally love, and if they arrive in time I'll show you them. But for now, this is what I've been wearing in the garden all day. I kind of want to head to the garden centre though, because I desperately need to pick up some soil. I have so many things that I still need to get into pots and I haven't done them, so I've really got to, you know, crack on with things. But I wanted to show you this and just show you how pretty it looks. It looks really pretty with jeans as well. In fact, let me show you it with jeans because it's just equally as gorgeous. I love that I was just jumping the gun then and wasn't showing you the shorts. So these are so good. These arrived next day as well. And what I love about these is this drawstring. It feels so coastal and so like relaxed. I am absolutely in love with these, and I've actually got them turned up, an extra turn up. They are a bit longer. Let me know what you think suits. I thought that maybe I could take the turn up, but it works both ways, I think. But yes, these are a triumph that I actually didn't think. I thought these aren't going to be as good in person, but they are so comfortable, so comfortable. And imagine this with like a really cute crew neck sweater as well. Still looks so beautiful. Little white plimp soles as well. I'll style these up another way. I've got them in another colour too, but I felt like I was rushing onto my jeans to show you this top styled another way, and I hadn't shown you the shorts. Again, with jeans, equally as cute, a little bit dressier as well. Like this is a really good like summer pub top, and it's actually like 65% cotton as well, so it's got a really nice feel to it. It feels a lot more expensive than it actually is, and this makes me think of like Doen and like Reformation and things like that. So I wanted to show you it styled up both ways. And also this leads me into my next one, which if it wasn't so warm today, I think I would be wearing it, in all honesty, because I love it so much. It is not often that you will get me in a sweatshirt, okay? However, I feel like this needs a backstory. I love Elin Hilderbrand as an author, and I read her book 28 Summers, and I think it altered my brain chemistry when it came to Nantucket. I've never been to Nantucket, okay? I've never been to Cape Cod, I've never been to Martha's Vineyard, but I am desperate to go. And whenever I say things like this, people are like, oh, you're just begging for a freebie. That's not the case. I am someone that loves to pay for a hotel. I love to. I love it. I think nothing is more of a sort of self-award than being able to go somewhere fantastic and pay for it for myself. I promise you that. I honestly think that that's like my, you know, like when you get like an appraisal at work, when I'm able to book myself somewhere really, really wonderful for a trip, that to me is it. I've done it and I love it, and it really is like a moment for me. So I promise you that's not it. If you're new, you might not know, I'm not the best flyer. And when it comes to booking trips to France and Italy and things like that, it feels like a bit of a hop, skip and a jump over. But when we start going further afield, it really takes a lot for me to go that far and book it in the first place. And so this is a trip that I have been dreaming of for such a long time, and I've got my itinerary, I've literally got everything planned, I just haven't booked it because I am me. And these things make me nervous for many reasons, not just being scared of flying, but for many reasons. So I'm hoping that 2026 will be the year. I think I said it last year, but 2026 will be the year that I finally go to Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod, all of that. And I'm manifesting it with this jumper because honestly, if I didn't live in England, I think I would live there. That would be where I would have to live. I know it. The water, the coastal living, the beauty, it's just, and I've never been, but I Google it a lot. And when I saw this jumper, you can actually get it with Martha's Vineyard and you can get it with Cape Cod as well. But because Nantucket is where it all began for me in terms of like how romantic and how much I've romanticized it in my head, I went for the Nantucket sweatshirt. I love the fish on it. It just feels so lovely. And it's one of those really nice, like fluffy sweatshirts. So I'll link this down below. I couldn't believe it when I found this on Amazon. Genuinely, I was like, this is it. I wanted that sort of retro, vintage style sweatshirt. And then I've popped my Amazon collar underneath because obviously at this time of year when you start getting like layers, this is good for like a cool evening, but you don't want a shirt underneath as well. I mean, you might, but I don't. And I've got my little faux collar that just gives it that like preppy feel as well. I love it with white jeans, but I reckon with some denim shorts this would also look equally as cute. So I'll link these bits from Amazon as well. I love this, and with my Amazon plimsolls even more, like I've probably elevated it a little bit, but these are my Amazon plimsolls, and just to really capture that like port living, boating vibes with these. I love them. So good. I think these are actually sold out now, but I'll link them down below regardless. So cute. So cute. Let's try it with the shorts. Having a real try on sesh here. Oh, that was the thing I didn't tell you about the white shorts. They're like a stretchy denim. They're so comfortable, and they come up nice and high. So I thought they'd look quite nice with the sweatshirt and the more preppy feel, and the fact that they've got an elasticated waistband makes me very happy. But this is like a casual boat day. I mean, you could even go for a like cap. I love this. Maybe not with the hat, who knows? But these are those outfits that I always talk about that, like, dependent on your budget, what it is that you prioritize. You might prioritize the look of things, you might prioritize where they're made, you might prioritize what they're made of. That's all subjective to you. I'm just showing you the bits and pieces that I think will be a good classic option, and then you can do the math with the fundamentals of what you do when you're purchasing. I think that these are a great classic vintage style short that works for just being casual around the house, but can also be elevated, like this with a shirt over the top as well. They'll work so well, and I love the fact that they come in the white as well. This collar is the gift that keeps on giving, if you want my humble opinion. I wear this so much when I'm like wanting to layer a crew neck or something like that. But this outfit with some sunnies, love it. I showed you this dress in another video, but I had to show you it styled up properly. I've popped it with just some simple sliders. This is the short version of the dress that I've been buying for years now, and I try and get it in as many colours as possible because it just looks so lovely on, but also is such a comfortable dress. And actually this short version is very cute for summer, but it's sort of one of those dresses that when you look closely is when it's really pretty, because it's got like daisies all over it, and it does have this faint ivory hue to it, which just makes it so like fresh and summery. I love the length of it as well. So if you're more of a short length girly, this is great. But also equally, it just feels like easy to wear. So I'll link this down below as well. I've got a couple of other colours in the longer version to show you. I could not pass up this like coastal blue number. This just feels so coastal grandma. It's so pretty. It's got a little bit of boho edging to it, but the blue is so elegant. Like, it's just that sky blue, hint of blue. I thought it was so pretty, especially for spring, summer. I was wearing a lot of blue last year, and it feels nice to still be welcoming that colour into my wardrobe, because I like it as a colour. I like it in interiors. There's so many things about blue that I like, and I just love the little hints of it in my wardrobe like this as well. And like I said, this dress is so comfortable. It's really, really pretty with flats. So if you're like a dress with flat shoes kind of person, you'll love this. They wash so well, so well. They're the perfect like spring, summer, throw on dress, look lovely. You can be inside, you can be outside, you can run errands, and you always feel like you look nice and put together. It's honestly such a great all-rounder. Like I said, you understand the fundamentals of what you want out of a dress, whether that is you want sustainability, whether you want fabric composition, where it's made, you have to make that call yourself. But I think this is a really great, affordable option if you want to create a certain style in your wardrobe. So I hope you like this one. I've got another one though. I've got many. This is cute and a little bit different. So because this has got this beautiful like rosy hue in the flowers, I thought we could get away with the burgundy. Do you think I think we can. And I went for burgundy sliders as well, because I have them in every colour. I don't know what else to tell you other than the fact that I think it's beautiful. This is like a sort of violety lilac option, and it's got little, it's like Kath Kitson, Laura Ashley. I just love it so much, and these florals are just so delicate and pretty. And this gives it a different vibe with the rouge. I think it makes it really dramatic but still pretty and elegant. So I'll link this one down below as well. Okay, this one is beautiful. I think it's beautiful to look at. If you saw the pyjamas that I wore in Provence, the white ones, these are the blue gingham options. It's sort of a different fabric, and these are not a natural fibre fabric at all. If you're looking for some beautiful pyjamas, then I found you them. I've tried to find these in like a cotton or a linen. I can't find them anywhere. Honestly, this is like my dream pyjamas for spring, summer, and I can't find them. I honestly can't find them. They're so cute and still a little bit sexy and flirty, do you know what I mean? But the fabric is not a natural fibre. They come in a green gingham as well. So if you're looking for something that's like, you know, this would be so cute for like bridal showers and things like that. You could have all your bridesmaids in these, and they would be so, so pretty. But I just feel like it would be wrong of me to not say that they're not really like a natural fibre, especially when you're thinking about pyjamas. But still cute. Honestly, I sometimes just cannot believe my luck. My husband knows that when he is strimming the wildflower to just pop it all together, because I will utilise it for something. He is honestly the sweetest person, and I am about to literally blow your mind with how sweet he is. But I'm going to take you into the greenhouse first just for a little catch up. It's a very, very blustery day today at the house, so sheltering in the greenhouse seems like a very good idea. Oh my goodness me. Well, I had a lovely day yesterday, and in all honesty, sometimes people don't like hearing about my days. They're like, why didn't you take us? But I genuinely just had the most outdoorsy Saturday I could ever have dreamed of, and I just took it to myself. And what I did was I started off the day at the garden centre, and I don't usually go to the garden centre on a Saturday, but I needed to go, and so we went. They had the loveliest day on. I was almost annoyed at myself that first of all I was there by myself, and second of all that I actually couldn't stop. But they had like a flower festival on. I thought it was so genius. And they had like a hog roast there, and it was a real, like, they put on a lot of effort there, and I was annoyed I couldn't enjoy a lot of it because I had a very, very full trolley whereby I had pots and I had soil and I had foxgloves, and I just couldn't stop. So that was sad. But anyway, I started off the morning there, met a lovely lady just as I was leaving, and we were chatting roses and foxgloves and all of that kind of thing. And then I headed home, dropped everything off, got changed, and went for the most glorious hack with Atlas and Claudia and Romeo. We found a new hacking route which is really good for cantering up hills and things like that. And when I say cantering, I will say that I galloped for the first time in my life. It wasn't a conscious decision. Atlas isn't isn't really like that. He's a very, like, he's not often influenced by another horse's energy, but I think that this was such a long stretch, like, of an incline, that he just kind of went for it. It's given me a lot of confidence in my seat, but definitely something I still need to work on because he's so strong. I have to sort of, in order to pull him back, it takes a lot of my weight. And Claudia was like, lean forwards, and I'm like, ah! But it was so wonderful, honestly, like such a lovely day. And then I came home and Ali and I literally spent the entire evening in the garden just working. I was potting up and planting out and doing lots of things in the greenhouse, outside of the greenhouse. I actually want to do a little bit more seed sowing. I changed things around a little bit. I've taken inspiration from the newt, and I'm actually, all of my leftover nasturtiums, I am thinking I am going to try and trail up my vine wires. Now, I haven't managed to get much use out of these vine wires since the Alitex team fitted them, but this I think could be a really good option, and they're already doing really well, these nasturtiums, so I have high hopes. I bought these little window basket planters and I thought they would look so nice, and they actually do. I've got another one on this side as well, and hopefully we'll get some flowers growing up, because I didn't know you could trail nasturtiums until I went to the newt. And these ones I actually took out of my bed, so these grew from last year, these particular ones. So these will be like a sort of assortment of traditional nasturtium flowers, whereas in this one I have a few of my purple emperors as well, which are a little bit more dramatic. I was also just looking on the back of the camera and admiring this view, because this is my Vitality spinach from Provence, and these are all my marigolds that I grew from seed, my dill that I grew from seed, which we had with fish last night, and all of like my little herbs and things like that. My mint, do you remember my mint? Who remembers my mint? This was all from seed, and it is just thriving. I mean, it probably needs a bigger pot, but never mind. But I actually didn't come in here to give you an update on my garden, sadly. I know that wasn't why I came in here, although I am going to be showing you my favourite flower bed. I was telling the lady that I met at the garden centre all about it. I was saying I don't really show the front of the house, but I really need to show this particular flower bed because our beds at the front have just come into their own. This is like, is this the second year of them being planted after we replaced the beds? Because if you remember, they were like these really strange looking slate beds and they looked quite contemporary. We swapped them out and we used Cotswold stone, and it has transformed the front of the house. And this bed is looking particular. And I realised I haven't given you a house update for such a long time, and I feel like this is so bright that you can't even see me. Try it there. Anyway, I thought it was about time that I gave us a bit of a house update, because I have not done it for so long, and mainly because I haven't had anything to update you on, and I really wanted to come with some like information about house stuff. As you know, we started our lower ground renovation. It was about this time last year, and my plan was to do it all myself. And what I have realised is I know my style and I know what I want to achieve and I know what I like. Literally having the time to execute that, to search for everything, to find every finish that I need, of every plug socket, of every trim of every cushion, of every handle, of every light fitting, of every shade of wall that we're going to use so that it looks right in every light. I, as someone who works full time, I don't have the time to do it, and I now know this. I think I've always wondered, but I now know this about myself, and so when we move house, that will be something that I really factor in, that like I need to have what I want laid out, and almost in like a PDF, and somebody makes it happen, like somebody just pulls it all together for me, because as much as I wish that I could do everything myself, that's just one thing I can't. So having the style that I want and what I want is super important. Like antiques and things like that, I love sourcing, and that's something that I'm going to be very involved with anyway, because it's my friend that's helping me do it. So I'm really looking forward to that. But anyway, this is not what I was going to talk to you about. So we have a date. We have a date for the install of our bar. This has been something that so many lessons learned in designing this bar. Getting this right has been difficult. Very, very difficult, because we wanted to make the bar really, really beautiful, but we didn't want it to take over the space. And so there's been a lot of back and forth, and getting it right was far more important than it being done quickly. Old Lydia would have felt a lot of pressure from people going, what's going on down in the basement? New Lydia was very much able to go, it's fine. It's important that it's done right and it's not done quickly. And so I'm very, very happy to say that we have a date that the bar is going to be installed, and it should be literally only a matter of weeks now. So once the bar goes in, we can start looking at getting the walls decorated and things like that. We are actually going to be using the Ralph Lauren wallpaper throughout that room. So I actually think we have to wait for that to be remade, because we bought all of the remaining of the Hessian sack wallpaper for my office. So it just needs to be reproduced. And so that will probably delay things a little bit, but we're happy to do that. I also, excitingly, signed off the joinery in my office, So I'm going to have some very, very beautiful bookcases in my office, and we're basically housing a beautiful sofa within the bookcases. And I'm really hoping that this is going to be like my space where I go and read and cozy up and just escape into the world of the books that I love. And I've signed that off. It's going to be painted green, very much an evergreen green as well, which I'm super excited about. But that has also been signed off. We actually have the joiner coming tomorrow just to measure up, to look around. We also have, excitingly, the gentleman from the London Persian Rug Company coming, because one of the things that we have definitely acknowledged that we're missing in our home is that real injection of like richness and depth and anchoring in the rooms. A lot of our rooms are quite airy and light. Dare I say it's sometimes a bit wishy-washy, especially our bedroom. And that's something that my grandma has always been absolutely incredible at. All of my dad's homes and my grandma's homes have always had the most exquisite Persian rugs. And finding a company that we are going to be comfortable with to use and are going to help with the interior design process in terms of getting the right Persian rug has been a challenge. And finding the London Persian Rug Company has been the absolute dream. So they're coming to hopefully help us find the perfect rugs for the games room, for my office, for Ali's office, anything like that, so that we get something that's got real depth and richness to it. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. So things are moving along. I'm gonna obviously show you whatever I can as well, but we also have another gentleman, I think, coming this week, because we are reconfiguring our outside space a little bit. We designed our shed to house the bin storage. However, we've almost outgrown our shed, and we actually think that we could get the space to work a little bit better for us. We have a lot of space on our drive, and so I'm going to take you out there and show you what Ali is currently clearing in preparation for a new bespoke bin store going in. And we've managed to rope the guy in to not only doing our bespoke bin store, but also building us a new chicken coop, because our chicken coop is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but also one of our new chickens, our buff cochin, is sadly a little bit too big for the height and also the door. So luckily we have two doors and she can get in and out of the other door, but we need a new coop, basically. So this gentleman is going to come and build us a bespoke chicken coop. So anyway, I'm going to take you around and show you a little bit of an update. I'm not going to show it to you, but I've been sending it to absolutely everyone this morning. I found my dream house this morning. And I feel like this is one of those things, like I've been trying to explain it to Ali for such a long time, because I keep saying to him, I'm like, I love our house where we are, and I think it's honestly like this is such a unique house, and I really hope that we'll be able to like sell it off market, because I want this to go to like someone who really understands how beautiful it is to live here. But it's just a little bit too big for just Ali and I. And configure wise, what I would love to do is, because you know, we don't actually use our bar huge amounts, it's a big space and we use it at New Year's and things like that. And so what we've realized is that we really like a party barn outside of the house, a lot more outbuildings rather than everything in the house. And I found this house, and it's like literally, it kind of goes over the water as well. So you've got the countryside, but you've also got the like little stream running through there. It's still a really healthy size. It's just not as big, like floor plan wise, as our house now, but yet has buildings that offer potential for like outside offices, party barns, stables, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's so hard when you're like, I've definitely like that, I could literally buy that house right now. But anyway, it's nice having an idea as well. And when I sent it to Ali, I think he's he's often a bit like, I don't want to go smaller, but I'm like, I want more manageable. I want a house that, like, if I want to redecorate, it doesn't take me 5 years to redecorate it. Does that make sense? Like, with our house, it's like, I've never known anything like it, to have to decorate in this way. There's just so much floor plan to do, and I just think that there's a more manageable way to do that. Anyway, found my dream house. Don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but who knows. I sent it to my friend who we always send like houses for sale to, and he was like, oh wow, I didn't see that one. I was like, I know. So anyway, do I have anything to show you in here other than like cucumbers are coming in? Lots of stuff's really going on, but it's just really nice and, you know, together in here. My attar of roses, my dahlias are coming up. There was something in these stones that was just munching my dahlias, and the moment I moved them off of here and onto here, they've been able to come through. My lemon pelargonium, oh, the flowers on this are gorgeous. And then obviously my attar of roses. I need to do a whole big seed sow. I planted up some more tomatoes. These tomatoes are doing so well that I planted into these pots. They are absolutely thriving and loving life. It's been busy in here. These are plants that I've got left over that I'm just not prepared to get rid of just yet in case I need to put more out. But that is what's going on in here. We're going to head out into the actual kitchen garden. As you can see though, it is blowing a gale. So today I need to plant out some beetroot, and these are some plugs that I've had in my greenhouse. They just need to go out now. Tomatoes are coming in. My sweet peas are really just doing so well now. I think there's a few jobs that Ali needs to do around the back of the house at the moment. He's going to string up some more vine wires for a clematis that we have that's growing by the back door. Ciao Portini, what are you doing there? What are you doing? These geraniums are coming in really nicely here. So this is the vines that were in my greenhouse. But this clematis, we really need to just get it up and onto this wall now, because there are vine wires, but they're a little bit too high at the moment. So I think he's going to do that. So in here is where we keep our bins at the moment, but actually this would be really beneficial for us to have it for cushion storage for all of the outside furniture. And really we don't need the bins in the shed. It's almost a bit of a waste of space. So what we're going to be doing is moving the bins out of here and utilising this space on the driveway by the potting shed, which at the moment is taken up by a skip and what's left over of our floor. We're going to be using these terracotta tiles for a bathroom that we still have to renovate in the house, but this old potting shed wall and this little wall here, nobody ever parks here, and so this is actually going to be, first of all, a better situated location to have our bin storage, because it's right at the front of the house, so it means less of a journey for the bin to go, but also a real use of dead space. Once this is all cleared and once all of these terracotta tiles are stored and stacked and put away, this is where the new bin storage. Did you ever think you would be hearing me talk about bin storage this much? But here we are. We also have some elderflower growing up there. That is tempting me quite a lot. Mr. Millen Gordon is working very hard. Doing the tiler's job, unfortunately. Mr. No-Show. Oh. He's using my very expensive trolley for this, but I'll let him off. But this is the bed that I wanted to show you. So we actually made a minor adjustment to this bed. Oh, Madame, hello. This bed, within it, we have salvias, we have catmint, we've got these beautiful alliums that went in autumn last year, I believe, and we did have some roses that we just took out yesterday. The roses have never really done very well here, and we sort of accepted that they weren't going to do well, and instead I picked up the most beautiful foxgloves, so they're going to come through. The bumblebees are already loving them, so we've got some in here, but it's when you look down, I love the uniformity of a beautiful bed like this, and with the wisteria that is no longer in bloom but looking unreal. I'll say it every time I show you it, I can't believe we planted this during lockdown, and yet now it is huge. This trunk is enormous, absolutely enormous. And as I learnt when I was at Irene's, it needs a big wall, and we gave it a big wall. And so he's living his best life. Absolutely glorious. But yes, so we put in these foxgloves yesterday and already they are so happy and the bees are doing so well, and I just love the dusky pink. We put in like quite a strong pink last year, but this year we've gone for a more sort of lilac-y, pinky colour. The other thing I have to show you is, oh my gosh, it's so blustery, sorry if you can't hear me. Hello madams! As you can see, that coop, I am convinced, is not far off going over. But Mr. Millen Gordon built this yesterday for the chickens. Now we're yet to see them using it, but it's all concreted into the ground. You've got your own swing! You've got your own swing, ladies! Look at Fluffy Bottom over there. I know, it's all very exciting. Why don't you go on your swing, Olive? Jemima, don't bully Olive. But yes, so we're going to have our dream chicken coop designed, because sadly this one just hasn't lasted. So we're actually going to be having it handmade and designed by us. We'll probably have it lower to the ground for Madam back there. Yes, oh, we've got some eggs in there as well. This area here, it is a work of art. The way the wildflower borders the back of the outdoor kitchen is just something out of a fairy tale. Look at it, it's just so wild and beautiful. Which, speaking of wildflower, I need to get the bunch that my husband has plonked on the table into some water. Right, I've popped some of the wildflower into this large vase. What I would say is if you're picking wildflower, always put it straight into water. I think they were probably left out from this morning a little bit too long, so some of them weren't in the best condition, but just grab yourself like a bucket, fill it with water and shove it in. I'm going to go out into the garden and pick more wildflower and some roses and things like that just to go into this, because it looks so lovely on the table. Also, the weather today is so weird. Like, it's warm when the sun is out, it's like so warm, and then when the sun goes behind the cloud it's cold, and then it is blowing a gale as well. It is just one of those days, and I've changed. I just feel like I want to be really comfortable today, so I've put on this top. This is also from Amazon. It's a little like half button. It's not like jersey, it's got a bit more of like elasticity in it, so it's really fitted. It's almost like a sort of base layer, but it's not, because you can wear it with anything. I've been wearing it like layered with shirts and things like that. Today, I'm almost wearing it like it's pajamas because I just want to be comfortable. These are some linen trousers from the White Company. But this is from Amazon, so I'll link it down below because I've worn it riding. It washes really, really well. It's just a little bit more of like an elasticated material rather than a soft jersey, but I love it. Anyway, I've got my trug. This is the perfect flower picking trug because it's so flat. I'm gonna head out and just forage what I can, basically. Now, this rose bush has got very, very big, and so I really think that it could do with a prune back, because we like to keep these ones quite low to the ground, and I've been waiting for these buds to burst into bloom, and now they are. I can pick them and pop them into some vases. I actually think it will look really nice in the vase that I'm doing, but it may just be a little bit too ruffly, but we're going to pick them and see what we can come up with. Right, so I'm going to grab the bucket and take off the leaves. I would usually do this outside, but this blustery weather is making everything more difficult. So this is what generally I do. I try not to hurt myself with... Oh gosh, she's got the leaf blower out. Oh gosh. Look at the size of this rose. Can you believe that's from my garden? I blooming can't. And the thorns on this thing. Well, I've gone for a very, very wild and wonderful rose and wildflower arrangement on the table. Big vase. I love a big dramatic like centerpiece like this. It's never good for entertaining, but it is good for viewing. And when it's just Ali and I, we usually sit down one end anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But love this, and so much so I'm going to go out and I'm going to pick some more flowers, even though it is just very Winnie the Pooh-esque out there. I want to do some for the living room, and the only way that's going to get done is if I get out and do it. A long day in the garden, and I showed you absolutely nothing, but I did do some lovely flower arranging, which I'm going to show you, and I also just ended up falling into a meditative state, and I baked essentially 2 cakes, which I have in front of me, which I've never done this before with this style of cake. Obviously there is a wild nettle cake recipe in my book Evergreen, but this is my trademark lemon drizzle cake. However, I've been using the sponge because the sponge is literally the easiest to make. I've been trying to use the sponge in different ways, so I made it the other day without the drizzle. Well, I've just made buttercream, and I'm going to make myself a bit of a tiered cake and see how it comes out, basically, see if it tastes nice. Basically, this was not the easiest of cutting, I have to admit, but we are going to spread the buttercream that I have literally just made. This is just going to change the game for me being able to make cakes for people, because I feel like a good cream, buttercream cake is always, it just looks the best, and it just looks a little bit more, so I'll be able to make cakes for my friends and things like that that just look a little bit better, because it makes my mouth water. What I mean is that, you know, when you make a sort of tiered cake, it's got a little bit more presence to it, and that's what I think about cakes in general. So being able to turn my favourite lemon cake into a little buttercream number is actually my dream, because everyone always really likes this sponge. So we're just going to go with it. I like rustic, nothing too over the top, but I do like there to be some presence in the middle. I am thoroughly enjoying this. This is like a, gosh, I'm going to need to give this to someone. It's going to be so pretty. Yes, so I had a bit of a chill day today, to be honest. I just sort of enjoyed myself in the garden a little bit. We've done lots of jobs around the house, and in between that, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to give this cake that I've been meaning to make for a while a go. Now, what I would like to do is the moment of truth. Let's see if you can see that. What I would love to do is infuse some icing sugar with some attar of rose leaves. Oh my gosh. I'm obviously going to do it on the top as well. And make a sort of rose buttercream. Sorry, I can't concentrate and talk to you. What I would like to do is infuse some attar of rose leaves with some icing sugar and make a rose geranium icing, or do it with the butter and the sugar, who knows. But for the most part, for now, I'm just going to go with what I know. But we're going to have to decorate it as well. What are we going to decorate it with? This is a lot of icing, but just going with it. This is a very tall cake as well. I wanted it to have presents. Okay, that's what I wanted. And presents it shall have. Oh gosh, I've got it all down the side. Look at that, what a mess. Okay, we are going rather rustic with it, but I'm also going to decorate it with some edible flowers from my garden. Now, we've got catmint flowers that the leaves and the flowers are both edible, so I'm going to try some of those because I think the purple will look really, really nice with the cake. But I'm so happy. I'm actually so happy. This is going to look so pretty once it's finished, but I need to get the flowers first. Well, I decided on violas. These are the violas from my Hello Petal kits. They are so pretty. I did sort of like long ones to make it a little bit wild. The green really like adds that detail to it. So I've popped some in the icing, some like sticking up, and it looks so pretty. I love it. Morning. Oh, I am not naked. Hold on. Where are you? Okay, oh look, there we go. I've got a very cute little coastal stripe bandeau. I'm wearing it with my Amazon linen trousers because do you know what I realised? I wear a lot of bandeau tops in spring, summer, especially when I'm in the garden because I don't like to worry about straps. So I'll often have like a shirt. I still look naked, don't I? I often have a shirt sort of draped, there we go, draped over the top, and I don't have a lot of bandeau tops. I've got these little shirred ones, but they're a little bit too cropped for my liking. I wanted something a little bit longer, and this is very nice for wearing with linen as well. And you could obviously put like a linen shirt over the top for just a little bit more of a relaxed feel. I'll link it down below. It was very, very affordable. I liked it a lot. But I wanted to show you the things, all of the things that I've told you about. So I'll pop little pictures of what I'm showing you on screen, just so it's easier for you to see. But as I mentioned, we have the date for the install of the bar, and everything is sort of hitting the throttle today. So we actually ended up paying extra on our bar, if you can see there. So this is the bar coming together. We ended up paying extra because we're going for slightly rounded edges. Who knew that rounded edges were that expensive? But we've gone for it and we've done it, and it's now what's happening. And so at the end of this month, the bar should be going in, which is incredibly exciting. And you'll see that we've gone for like quite a classic style, but in a really beautiful wood. It's going to be a wet bar as well, which means I cannot tell you, we're going to have a dishwasher down there. We used to throw parties and we would have to get everyone to help us take all of the drinks and things like that back upstairs so that we could put them in the dishwasher, because there was no sink in the bar. So we're going to have a sink and a dishwasher in there, so that's going to be going in, and that's sort of like the first visuals of that. Then I have, so first up, this is sort of like the style, this sort of cabinetry is what we're going for in my office. This is obviously painted in a sort of greigey blue. I love all of the styling on these shelves as well. By the way, I love the little bits of blue, I love the white, so pretty. But this is just to show you like the lighting and the layout of the cabinetry. But the actual style of cabinetry, I've got these drawings. So as you can see, there's like a cabinet one side, and then there'll be a sofa and lighting in the alcove, so it'll be perfect for reading. And then there's another bookcase, and they'll each be triple fronted bookcases as well. And they'll be an L-shaped too, so at one end there will be a whole run of bookcases. So I think that will be quite nice as like a backdrop for when I'm filming things. I don't know yet, we'll have to see how the lighting goes down there, but I think it'll be really, really nice. And then there'll be chairs and armchairs and a console table. So it'll be a really nice space and a nice cozy space. And then there will be my, kind of in the same place as it was, but my desk, like with the chair and my monitor and that kind of thing, right where the doors are. So I'm so excited. I'm slightly nervous, but very much looking forward to it going in. And then just to show you what we're expecting today, these are some of the rugs that we're going to be looking at from London Persian Rug Company. I really love the ones with a little bit of oatmeal and a little bit of blue in them too. I think they're going to really add some depth. And I was explaining to Ali, because I grew up with a lot of these kinds of rugs in my house, but it's never something that I've naturally gravitated to. However, I know that these are going to make such a difference to the interiors of the house, just making it feel a little bit more dense and characterful. They're really beautiful for adding character and depth. So it really is all systems are go at the house today, which is very exciting. So I've got a meeting this morning, then I've got another meeting, and then I've got another meeting. So fingers crossed I'll be able to film a few little bits and also show you some of the rugs that we're looking at and show them in situ, because I think actually seeing the impact of these kinds of rugs is what makes them so special. So good day ahead. And I'm excited for it, very, very excited. I've already got up and done my 5K run. I'm ready for a good day, a good Monday and a good week, and it's a busy week. There's lots happening this week, so I'm very excited to take you with me on that. But other than that, I am ready for the day.